This is the video for my NEA. Currently in play mode. So if I go forward, this is the player, this is a drone, and the player is holding a sword. Forward, there's a hotbar with 3 items: a sword, a gun, a sword, and a shield. Those items will present further in the game. As you can see, there's a level number counter, a score counter, and a health counter. As you can see, the drone spawns every 10 seconds, and the drone does follow the player. It moves through the game, so you can see here, wherever I move, however I move, the drone follows suit. And what occurs when there are multiple drones at the same time is that they will both follow the player. As you can see here, there's the drone spawner, which has events here, here, and here, and same case on the other side. Those of which are used to create the drone within the game itself, but in terms of purposes as outside, the drones are spawned as clones of the original prefab that use the same controls and layout of the original drone that I had created back in the beginning of the game production. And as you can see here, we're going through the door, and now we're in 2. While the number says level 3, that is a bit too. That's because of the number moving faster too quickly. That was the second type of drone. So if I move a bit further away, you can see that unfortunately these drones are much faster. Well, that is a good thing. And if you look below the hotbar, you can see there are 2 items here. So those were initially presented to be shoulder armor, but they can't, that when they spawn in the lower areas, as underneath the knees. So now they're used as jet boots as a compromise. These here are crates. They're supposed to replenish the player's health, but unfortunately that doesn't work. But there are all the aspects to do so, as they all have colliders and they both work with the program that allows this. This is just a set piece that's put in place here so that the level layout doesn't feel so empty. These are the walls here. This is supposed to be a spaceship. If you look at the I say control panel here, there are aspects of it that do look familiar. It's not as tall though. And no, you can't jump on top of things. You can jump, and you have a low level telekinesis. If we move on to the level 3 area, we see here that's the 3rd type of drone. If you look there in center, you get a better look at it. It's much physically larger than the player. If I jump, you can see it has vents on the sides of its arms, and it has some control ports here. Now all the drones are quite easy to defeat, as you use the right and left click to defeat them. If you look at the back of the player's helmet, it has some ports. Those are the power sources of the helmet. Originally within game, these would increase and increase and increase. As you can see, there is an error wherein the number of drones has stopped increasing, but there are drones still spawning. This error means I cannot destroy these drones because for some reason the system doesn't take them into account. As you can see here, there's a computer, which is a ship computer. Also, because I'm not because these cannot be defeated, these cannot harm me either. There are multiple crates here. If I just go over here, you can see here that this is the final drone, all of which are very strange shape. Because it has ports, it has machinery, it has vents. So if I go over here, this is the zone for level 2. As you can see, not in game, these walls have disappeared here and these back walls are unpresent, as these are supposed to be vents. There is a light source from over here, which makes the entire base look red. And due to when not, it is quite difficult to see the player. Yeah, as you can see here, this is the level 3 area. And this is the level 3 drone. So there's boss drone and robo drone. These are the robot. This is the robot. This is the boss drone. And as you can see, because we've now paused the game, we now have a clearer look at it. Well, partially. Here there are vents here and here. It does look a little more simple than the robot drone. But that is, in all intents and purposes, that is how it is supposed to be. It is supposed to have these vents here and these power sources here. Each part has a power source, and there is a screen here with a laser there. That laser which does not work, as all the drones and all the drones attack using the same attack of circling the player and slowly draining its batteries. As the player, if we take a look at the layer where the shield should have spawned but has not yet for some, as you can see here, the gun has spawned in the player's abdomen, which is an ongoing error that I have attempted to correct multiple times, but yet it seems to not work. Because if we look into it is supposed to spawn here into the player, and I've used the same code, or similar code for the sword, order which spawns there. In all intents and purposes, is that the gun and the sword are in the exact same place when in the preview mode, which is this. As you can see here, the jets are in place. They originally start up here on the shoulders so that the player does not look, or so that the player is more protected. The player has a power source here and here, and on the arms here and here, as well as on the boots here, here in the back and in the helmet. The player also has a